Hello everyone. So yesterday I made a video showing my entire elevation disc collection, and today I thought I'd do another video but instead show you what I actually put in the bag and take to the disc golf course. So in front of me are all the discs that I take with me. I carry a 1-speed, a 3-speed, a 5-speed, an 8, a 11, and a 12. So we'll start here at the low speed side, and I'll just kind of run through them all real quick and tell you they're really just their turn and their fade numbers. So to start with, we're going to start with one of their new ones, which is the Groundhog. This is the 1-speed, and it has a turn of 0, fade of 2. It's very good at going out 150 feet and fading off pretty hard. To the right for me because I'm left-handed, but very good for that kind of shot. Now for the 3 speeds, I carry 3 of those with me. I carry my Glow G Koi, which is a -20. I use this a lot for hyzer flips. It'll hyzer flip up to flat, ride it out straight for a while, and then it has a little bit of fade right at the very end. I've never really had this one turn over on me, which is great. That's what I use it for. The next two, you can see, I have a Sunny Day and a Lemon Drop Arowana. Now, I know these are both Arowanas, but you'll see as I move through the rest of them, they have different flight numbers. So the first one is what I just call the Lemon Drop. It is a 0.2, so it's pretty stable. It's very straight flying, and then has a pretty reliable fade at the end. And then probably my favorite disc out of all of those currently is my Sunny Day Arowana, and it is a -1.2. And if I have to throw anything super straight, or it's a tunnel shot, something like that, I will throw this. I can throw this flat and it will go straight until right at the very end. It has pretty reliable fade as well, but this is probably my favorite disc to throw currently. Now the other ones I carry, moving into the 5 speeds, is I have 4 different 5 speeds. The first one is my Capybara, which is a -2.1. Very good for hyzer flips for a mid-range disc. I have an Interceptor, which is kind of pink. I usually just refer to it as bubblegum, but it is a -1.2. It's a lot like the Sunny Day Arowana, just a little bit higher speed. And then I carry 2 Nimbuses with me. They feel the same. They look very similar as well, but one has a stamp on it, one doesn't. Now, with that, the one that has a stamp is a 0.1.5, and it flies very true to that. The unstamped one is a little bit more stable. I think they have it recorded at a 0.2.5, and I feel that's pretty accurate. It's got a pretty decent fade on it at the end, but both like to go out fairly straight and then fade like they're supposed to. Very good discs. I use these a lot. And now, moving to the 8 speeds, I carry Binx for an 8-speed disc, and I have 4. I carry 4 on me. May seem excessive, but they all have their purpose. This one is my favorite Binx out of all 4 that I carry, and this is what I actually putt with. If I'm within circle 1, I am using this Binx to putt. It's very, very bendy. It's very grippy too. If you've ever felt their discs, they have, it's very grippy, which is what I like about them. But it hits the chains, and it dives in. I've never really had this spit out. It just is a good putter, even though that may not be what it's designed for. I love it. Now, this Binx is what I use for turnover shots. It's a -3.1. If I throw this out pretty much as flat as I can, for me, it's going to work its way right to left. For a right-handed player, it would work its way left to right, of course. Just reverse of what I throw. I can also get this to hyzer flip pretty reliably, but it's not what I use it for. I use it for shots where I have to throw a turnover. Now, this Binx is a negative 1.51, and it's very straight flying. This one's a little bit firmer, and you know, certain situations I think that's kind of called for, but I really enjoy having this one. The next Binx I have is actually my red one, and it is a 0-1. So this one's a little bit more stable, but I use this one for forehands a lot, as well as my Interceptor. Both of these I find are good for, at least for me, to forehand with. They feel comfortable when I'm forehanding, so good disc for that. Now, moving up to the higher speeds, we have their new disc, which is made of plastic material instead of their normal rubber. It's still very bendy, and it's still got that grippy texture to it, which I love. But it is the Uktena, and if I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry. But this is a negative 2. You can see on this one though, the stamp does wear off kind of quick, but that's okay. The disc is still very pretty. But the negative 2, it allows it to hyzer flip very well, and the stability actually keeps it from turning over. So it's probably got my personal best for distance. I'm a little bit slower arm speed, so I'm getting ready to break the 300 mark, but this is right there at it. It's a fun disc to throw. If you haven't thrown it yet, get one. Give it a shot. Now, my last two discs, and these are my high speed discs. These are 12 speeds. I have the Psychic. I carry 2 of these because one I use as a thumber disc. The other one I will use just to throw flat in open area and get some distance. And this is that one. This is a negative 1.2. Psychic, again, it's a 12 speed. I think the glide on it's a 5 from what I remember. But this one's very good at just throwing it flat out. It'll go straight and it'll fade right at the very end. Just a little bit higher speed version of the Interceptor and the Sunny Day. Now, this one, I love throwing a thumber shot, especially if I'm in the woods and I have to get around trees and I don't want to throw a forehand. This I can bend around them pretty reliably. It's a negative 4.1, so most people when they throw a thumber, at least from what I've seen, they do it with an overstable disc. I do it with an understable because when I'm throwing it, it flips in the air a lot quicker, and it seems to want to kind of tombstone into the ground. So it'll just hit and it'll sit. It don't have any like ground play, which when I'm doing it's kind of what I'm after, because I'm throwing it in the heels and I don't want that roll away. So that is why I love this disc. But that is all of the discs that I currently carry with me. The only other thing I will really mention is I did see Austin up at the Canal Valley Regional Tournament this weekend, and I was able to get this awesome little patch that I'll show you. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while, and he had some with him, so I ended up buying 2, which is always a fun time. Anytime I see him at a tournament, I usually end up buying discs, but to be fair, I'm usually buying elevation discs anyways, so